The Unknown King fan-made mod just dropped, and it's actually really good. So I want to give you the backstory of the Unknown King and kind of explain how Boyfriend got into a situation where he had to battle against it. Now, first and foremost, the reason that Boyfriend has to battle against this Pokemon is because he was gifted a cursed copy of Pokemon Silver. And it seems that instead of just having to play the game, Boyfriend is actually sucked into this version of Pokemon, which shouldn't be surprising because most games end up sucking Boyfriend or Girlfriend into them. Now, the Unknown King has a couple of creepypastas because he has gotten popular over the last couple of years, but there's one in particular that I really like by a YouTuber named YouTubeHK, and it basically goes as follows. So one night there was a kid that was home alone on Christmas Eve while his parents were out partying with family. The kid stayed home because he was sick, and then eventually he heard a knock on his door. When the kid goes to check it out, he finds a letter and a copy of Soul Silver. Now, the letter basically tells the kid to take this game because the original owner no longer wanted it. The kid was so excited to play it that he decided to go ahead and fire it up immediately. Now, once he started the game, he noticed that the letter had a set of instructions. The original owner wanted the kid to not start a new game, but instead to continue his file and finish his Pokédex. Now, the save file was technically only missing 3 Pokemon, so the kid was excited to get a chance to actually get to see a fully fleshed out Pokédex. The 3 missing Pokemon were Celebi, Ho-Oh, and Lugia. So the kid set off to, of course, first catch Celebi, and once he captured it with a Master Ball, he noticed that when he transferred the Pokemon to his PC, it actually got transferred to something called Pandora's Box. Now, this really should have been a red flag for this kid because most of you are probably familiar with Pandora's Box. And in case you're not, it's basically a old Greek mythology myth, and if you open up this box, it releases sickness, death, and just basically evil stuff, right? Demons. But in this kid's defense, why would he really be thinking that? So he just went ahead and continued on as if nothing had really happened. Now, remembering the rest of his mission, the kid went ahead and captured the last 2 legendaries, and once he had all the legendaries, he went ahead and looked at the next part of the instructions on the letter. And the letter basically told him to make a team consisting of Mew, Ho-Oh, Celebi, Lugia, Suicune, and Moltres. Now, the next step required the boy to go to the ruins of Alph and play the Unown radio in front of a statue at precisely 3 AM, which of course is another red flag considering that 3 AM is the witching hour. Now, once 3 AM hit, the boy spoke to the statue. He noticed that a cry rang out that he had never heard before. And after that, each one of his Pokemon would cry out and then vanish. Now, once they were all gone, a text box appeared saying that your sacrifice of your team has made way for the liberation of the Unknown King. Soon after that, the boy saw a Pokédex entry of a Pokemon that looked like a bunch of Unown mashed together into like a crab-like monstrosity. The Pokédex said that this ferocious beast can sleep for thousands of years, and when it wakes up, he will kill anything in order to feed. Now, the boy didn't think too much of this initially, but as he started to travel around the Pokemon world, he noticed that a lot of people were disappearing. And after he ended up talking to Mr. Fuji, he learned that this is because the Unknown King was feeding on people. The story basically ends with the young man having to battle against the Unknown King and being handily defeated. But the most interesting part is that at the end of this, a man in black appears and he thanks the young man for freeing the Unknown King, saying that it wouldn't have been possible without him. And I assume with some of the hints that they drop in the creepypasta that this is supposed to be the devil. Now, while this creepypasta is definitely dark, it technically has a happier ending than some of the other versions of the Unknown King creepypastas. And a lot of the other stories, the actual kid who's playing the game ends up being eaten at the end of the story. So while this kid may have a little bit of trauma, at least he gets to leave with his life. Now, in the Friday Night Funkin' mod though, since Boyfriend is actually sucked into the game itself, if he loses, he will actually be eaten by the Unknown King, especially considering that he doesn't have Girlfriend there to protect him in this battle. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out this video on the screen here, subscribe today to become a member of the Orseofkorse, and we'll see you tomorrow with another one. Thanks for watching. Peace.